Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. We're back live again. It's the McShin Get in the Herd podcast, award-winning podcast. I'm standing because I'm getting motivated today. This is Motivational Thursday.
Will you please tell the truth on why you're standing?
I don't know.
Give the people some motivation. Why are you standing?
Because you're sitting.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Hold on a second. Yo, I don't know what he's talking about right now. I'm standing because it feels good to stand. I want to give some more. Wait, hold on. I did say I'm standing. I look bigger when I sit down.
Here
so I
comes
figured
the
I would
truth.
stand up.
Here's the
But
truth.
also, it's morning motivation. It's morning motivation. We're going to do a quick. We got some little motivational tips. It could be, hold on, let me fix it. It could be motivational and it could be inspirational. Right? But we're going to throw some tips out there. Me and Travis are just going to cut it up for about 2 minutes. It's not going to be long. So if you're on here, quickly, if you're on there and you haven't subscribed to the podcast, subscribe. Prescribe is that stuff we did back when we were riffing and running. We were taking advantage of the prescriptions. Right now, we're going to subscribe. So subscribe to our podcast, like, share it, play on words, right? Like, share this material. Our goal is to get it out, get this content out to people in the recovery world and people that aren't in the recovery world as well. So please prescribe. Did it again. Please subscribe and like and share. All right, so we got some morning motivational tips. Travis, what you got for us?
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, just hit us with something.
I
What
was
you got here?
going to say this. The greatest enemy to your progress is your former success. Now, I know everybody's out there trying to do good. and
Ooh, I
get
like
better.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in other words, don't be happy with where you're at. Keep striving with the good potential inside.
I like that. We're going to break that down. Steve, do me a favor. When anybody comments, you read that comment for me. But this last one, we're going to go ahead and block that. Let's block that guy right there. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. Whatever, man. Whatever. Mike says I still look big standing. So, all right. Let's break that down again. I like that. So basically, Trav, what you're saying is don't rest on your laurels.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't rest on your laurels.
Yeah, I give that. And so, like, as soon as you get somewhere good and you start patting yourself on the back, and then you're happy with that, and then all of a sudden you're stale. There's no more progress. So
I love it, man.
Keep striving.
Or you lose what you had.
Yep, man. Something I learned early on in recovery, man, is don't rest on your laurels, right? You still have to do the work, right? Just because you have earned something, you have gained something, doesn't mean that you still got to do some work, right? That's good stuff, Trav, good stuff. But let me give you one I got, man. I love that, man. Don't rest on your laurels, and something that I like to throw out there all the time is, look, if you want to be a good leader, I was listening to a friend of mine's podcast this morning, and we're going to get him on the show. Real good guy, grew up with him, and he got a podcast stream, and it's more sports related, but they do a lot of motivational stuff, and, he was talking about what does it take to be a leader, and, one thing that it takes to be a leader, one thing I know that it takes to be a leader, if you want to lead, you got to make your mistakes out loud, right? You cannot hide your mistakes. Make your mistakes out loud, right? Because this is the thing, man, nobody's perfect. I don't care who you are. You could be that Navy SEAL, Robert Goins, what's his name? Is that his name? If I'm saying it correct, I don't know if y'all know him. The one guy that lost all that weight and freaking runs all the time and works out, crazy motivator, man. He's not perfect. He makes mistakes. There's probably still a time he might eat a cheeseburger or two, because we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Make your mistakes out loud, right? Own it. If you don't own it, you can't get better. If you don't own it, you can't fix it. So make your mistakes out loud. Trav, what do you got?
I'll play off that a little bit too, and I've had to work on this a lot too, and try not to get in your feelings so much if somebody points out one of your mistakes or your character defects, because especially if they're doing it from a place of love or just want to see you do better. So try to let that, trust me, it hurts it hurts me when correction comes. But if it's for my benefit, then I found myself to just try not to get in my feelings so much about that. Yes, sensitivity. Good word.
Yeah, keep an open mind. And even something I learned, Trav, on that, even if it comes from a place of hate, still be open to it, right? Because,
open-minded.
It doesn't even have to come from a place of love for me. What I've learned to adapt is, I get my best tips from my haters. Right? They see the best things wrong with me and they make me have to fix it. So it's okay when it actually comes from a place of hate.
Bam! There was another correction right there, and I didn't get sensitive about it. Yeah, not always having to come from a place of love, but a place from hate. Thank you for that perception change. I feel more motivated already. Thank you very much.
But whenever I send it to you, it's from a place of love.
Always.
What you got over there? Because you got the deep book in there, man.
Yeah, the second one is a play off the first one, and it says the greatest trap is getting excited about where you are. getting too excited about where you are and not
Ooh,
thinking
okay.
about where you can be.
It's
So-
definitely a play off that first one. I like that.
That's
Okay,
good stuff.
okay,
That's
yeah.
good stuff.
Keep talking, Trav.
All right, and I'll tell you this because I was just thinking about it from like my form of like how I had been corrected and stuff like that. And maybe I heard this somewhere, but I couldn't think of where, so I just wrote it down. So I might be plagiarizing it a little bit. But whenever you feel the best you can do has already been done, you're dead.
It's good. And the second, so
you
like,
had just died.
so you always want to be growing, right?
Yes.
Content, man. I'm sorry, I got a good mentor, my sponsor, man. Walt, big shout out to Walt, man. I love him to death. And we always talk about how we want to continue to grow. That's why we're always still continuing to do step work, right? You know, because we want to continue to grow. You know, we don't want to just grow. We didn't just come into recovery just not to use drugs. You know, I didn't just want to stop using drugs and alcohol. Now in the beginning I did, but we want to continue to grow, right? Don't stay
Change your
stuck.
old self.
Yeah.
Got that old self off
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and then,
Fly, butterfly.
yeah, and
No
heck
destination.
Yeah, heck yeah, no destination. Like Jay-Z said, if you anybody who listens to Jay-Z, Jay-Z said, "Let there be no ceilings in your life, right? Let there be no limits." You know, I tell my kids that all the time, man. There's no ceilings, man. My kids are so blessed with what they got because I didn't have that stuff growing up. You know, and it wasn't that it was a bad. Like I don't have no knock to my dad. I grew up without him for the most part. You know, and that's because it's hard. You know, when you become a single parent, when you get into a relationship with somebody, you get kids, you get divorced, whatever. I understand the dynamics of that now. You know, because I've been there, right? So I understand what he did, right? But what I learned over time, you know, is I had to find some deep motivation from within.
For you.
Yeah, for me. You know, I had to find that from within. And that's real important. Like, what motivates me? What's my drive? Like, what motivates me? What's my drive? And what I give my kids is, look, man, there's no cap, there's no ceiling on this. It's limitless for you. You got so much love from the people around you, right? So it's limitless, you know. So don't stay stuck. Like
Yeah.
what you're saying, don't stay stuck.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
what you're talking about there, right there too, is unused potential.
Yeah.
Your potential that's inside of you. Hidden potential is what you haven't done yet. That's inside of you. I believe, you know, just myself, I believe that God gives us all potential, unused potential inside of us, man.
Good
That's
stuff,
what's
good
up.
stuff. Well, we're getting ready to end. Do you have any last one? Any last one?
No, I don't want to give this. This is a lot to think about here, and I don't want to give all. I don't want to blow. I don't want to give all the content.
That's good, because we'll be coming back. We'll be coming back in a couple of days, and we'll be back at 2 p.m. And Howard, whatever you say. You know, Howard, I can share a story about when I knocked you out one time. Howard
Since you wanted
Bronson.
to jump in.
Yeah,
there,
you want to
Howard.
jump on in here. Everybody out there watching that might not know or listening, you know, somebody just commented on our live stream here. Good friend of me and Travis's, Howard Bronson. He's actually Joyce's brother, Joyce, that works here as our director of admissions. One time when we were young kids, I knocked him out. It was pretty funny. And he ran and grabbed a hockey stick or something.
Let me ask you a question. How did he run if he was knocked out?
He got up. He did
Oh,
get up.
he did get up. Oh.
Which plays into
That's
what I wanna-
another thing. Always
Which-
get up.
which plays into what I want to end this with. This is what I want to end the podcast with. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and please come in 2 p.m. We got our live stream coming. That'll be about 30-45 minutes. Check us out. But here's what I want to leave y'all with, right? Everybody, listen to me, and this is some real stuff. Everybody gets knocked down. Everybody does. Everybody in life has got knocked down one time or another, right? But don't get knocked out. Right?
Like
That's
Howard.
it. Don't get knocked out. You got to get up. You got to get up. Everybody gets knocked down. Do we get up is the question. Get up, right? Because we're knocked down, but we're not knocked out. All right, everybody. Thanks.
Damn.
Thank you.
Oh, I seen that, Howard. You were right.